Field Log, Archive Division, Unit 7, operating out of Central Command, and our mandate is to enter former conflict zones worldwide, recover civilian records, and document the final phase of the Atomwaffen regime. After taking power in the former United States, the regime used mass arrests and strategic weapons against rival states and its own cities, triggering global state collapse, famine, and unrest across every inhabited continent. Our objective in this sector is to locate surviving phones and USB drives, often the only remaining testimony from ordinary citizens. At 9:42 local time, we entered the sub-level of a residential complex in the former downtown area of Riverside Heights, North Carolina. Among debris, we recovered a damaged USB device sealed inside a metal lockbox. Its main file was created on December 25th, during the final winter before the nuclear exchange. The following is a direct playback of that recording, preserved for historical and educational purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
It is now the 25th of December 2032, which is Christmas, if the calendar still means anything now. I woke up to silence this morning. No church bells, no ads, and no stupid jingles about bells. Just the wind moving through what's left of our streets. They say this is victory, that the old world bird, so a pure one could rise from the ashes. But when I look out the window, all I see here is smoke where my neighbors used to live. Last year, Mom complained the lights on the tree were a bit too bright. And now the tree is just a black spine against the sky. And the only light left are the patrols sweeping through the ruins, looking for anyone who remembers when this day meant anything but fear. The broadcasts changed after they took everything. No more promises, just crew fields, slogans, and lists of things that we're not really allowed to sing, not allowed to say, and not allowed to remember. Down here in the basement, we lit a candle. We shared a single bar of chocolate between us. Someone started humming tunes under their breath, so quiet that you can pretend it was just the old pipes rattling. For a moment, with that candle and that song, it almost felt like the world hadn't ended yet. They called this strength, they called us older. But when I walked the stairwells and listened at the doors, all I hear are people trying not to cry too loud. If anyone, if you're hearing this somehow, know that this is what their new world really looked like. Not banners and glories, but just empty chairs at tables that never get sat. Still, tonight, I'm choosing to remember the way Christmas used to be. The burnt food, the bad jokes, and the arguments that always end in laughter. The way we'd shove chairs together so there was always room for one more person. even if we didn't know their name. Maybe that's our quiet rebellion now, to keep a place in our hearts for a kinder world, while they try to scrape it out of us. So, if another Christmas ever comes, where a bell rings again, and nobody's afraid to open their doors, don't remember the people who did this. Remember the ones who shared their last piece of chocolate and still saved a seat for a stranger. I am just one ordinary teenager, somewhere under their quote-unquote perfect world, and wishing you a Merry Christmas for as long as those words are still allowed. Mom? Dad?
Civilian recording recovered from Sector 12, logged and preserved at Coalition headquarters as evidence of conditions under the regime during the final winter. Archive Division, Unit 7, signing off.